So much, sir. Okay, so apart from the directors, we have Mr. Rajneesh Mittal, CFO of this company, Mr. Ashwani Sindhwani ji, statutory auditor of your company, Mr. Rajesh Jha, secretarial auditor of your company, and Mr. Vishal Goyal, who has been appointed as scrutinizer of this company, and they all have joined this meeting from their respective places. Now, I request to chairperson of this meeting, Mr. Amit Garg, to continue with the proceedings of the meeting. Sir, please unmute yourself. You are mute.
Thank you, Neha. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 37th Annual General Meeting of the company Riba Textiles Limited. I am Amit Garg, Managing Director of the company, acting as chairperson for this AGM. I am joining the meeting from Riba's production unit, and I would like to thank all the shareholders, directors, and other participants for joining this AGM through video conferencing, and hope all of you and your family members are safe and in good health. Since the requisite quorum is present, I call the meeting to order. Mrs. Asha Garg expressed her inability to attend this meeting as she is not keeping well today. I would like to thank you for sparing the time to join us today from various parts of the country and greatly appreciate your continued faith in Riba and its management. I would like to express my gratitude to the Board of Directors of Riba Textiles Limited and for the leadership, strategic guidance, and valuable contribution that shaped our remarkable performance during the year 24-25, in spite of all the challenges that arose due to the uncertainty in the world order and two wars raging in Ukraine and Gulf. All these geopolitics and the various impacts have impacted the supply chain, mainly in the Red Sea, due to the Red Sea crisis, which has led to some unsustainable freight rates and longer transit times. But I guess we have to work with those. There is no option but we have no control on the geopolitics. Further, we have another big crisis on our head, which is the US market, which has historically been one of our larger markets, which has imposed steep tariffs comprising of 25% trade tariff and 25% reciprocal tariff, totaling 50%, across the entire product range, making our exports almost unviable in the current scenario. Considering the geopolitical risks, your company has been de-risking our exports and trying to increase our exposure to other markets and continents. It's gratifying to tell you that we are currently exporting to 47 countries across the globe, and US only accounts for around 32% of our sales. So we are hopeful that we would not be impacted as adversely as any other manufacturing unit in India. But yes, we would be impacted. There is no way to dilute the fact that there is no alternate to the US market. Additionally, so the big markets we are tapping now are the Gulf market, the Latin American market, the Australasian market, the South African market, which have been very strong for us, but I've been making trips and trying to increase my exposure there. Additionally, we are working to increase our penetration in the domestic market and building up a brand which is Senses Bariba. And it would be great if all our shareholders would help promote the brand also. It is now available on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and hopefully will be on Nykaa very soon. We also have our own website, sensesbariba.com. Just when the world was coming out from the COVID impact, we are entering another period of uncertainties due to the crisis across the globe. Be it the tariffs, be it the wars raging across the globe. It doesn't make any sense, but that is realities of life right now. We have been working very hard to manage the risk on a daily basis. So our margins are least impacted during these troubled times. But let's see what happens. Hopefully the tariffs will come down at some stage and only then we can judge the actual impact on the company across 2025-26. I would like to put on record and thank each member of the board for their support and participation during this period. It is your continued support in these trying times that allowed us to do our best for our employees and our customers. I would like to acknowledge the senior management employees of Riba, Textiles, and also our partners, customers, and collaborators for their contribution. Now, let me talk you through a few highlights for the year gone by. Company operations were impacted in this financial year 24-25 due to global supply chain issues and the extremely chaotic global situation accentuated by the two wars. Raw material prices have been fluctuating, so it's very difficult to fix the price to export prices. But we have tried to build long-term relationships with our suppliers and just trying to go over this period as best as possible. In spite of all these hurdles, your company has managed to achieve many significant targets and milestones through the year 2025, 24-25, with an operational revenue of 296.12 crores, along with profit before tax of 8.5949 crores. I would like to thank our customers across all continents who have supported us through this extremely difficult period with their pricing support and the continued patronage for Riba. I'm extremely proud to advise that we have actually increased our customer base over this turbulent period and added some significantly large customers, mainly in the European market and in the Latin American market. The customer has invested another 8 crores in capex and added weaving, dyeing, fabrication capacities. We've also entered the bath mat segment recently, and we would endeavor to grow into a big force in that space in the next 5 to 10 years. The company has directed CSR towards creating lasting social impact, which has been outlined in the annual report. The company has been actively contributing to support vulnerable groups and communities. This AGM is being held through video conference, other audiovisual means. This is in compliance with the circulars issued by SEBI and the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The company has taken requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered in this AGM. Since all the members joining the meeting are joining this meeting through video conferencing, pursuant to the circular of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, this facility to appoint proxy to attend and cast vote for the members is not available for this AGM. The annual report for the financial year 2024-25 and notice convening the AGM have already been sent through electronic mode in accordance with the applicable laws. The said documents are also made available on the company website, BSC website, and also on the e-voting agency website, namely CDSL. As the notice readings AGM has been circulated to members, I request that these be taken as read. There are no adverse qualifications, observations, or comments in the statutory auditor's report, as well as in the report of the secretarial auditors. With the permission of the members, I take both the reports as read. Now I request the company secretary to give details of the voting process.
Thank you, sir. Dear shareholders, in terms of Companies Act 2013, the listing regulations, and the company had provided remote e-voting facilities through the system of CDSL to shareholders. The remote e-voting period commenced at 9 a.m. on 24th September 2025 and ended at 5 p.m. on 26th September 2025. Such members who have not already cast their votes through remote e-voting can cast their vote now during this meeting through e-voting facilities by visiting the CDSL voting page. The voting is open and shall remain open till 15 minutes after the conclusion of this AGM. Mr. Vishal Gupta, Company Secretary in practice, has been appointed as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the vote cast at remote e-voting and the voting at this AGM. Since the meeting is being conducted through video conferencing, the resolutions stated in the notice of AGM are already put to vote through remote e-voting. There will be no proposing and seconding of the resolutions. Scrutinizer shall immediately after the conclusion of this meeting unblock the votes cast through remote e-voting and voting during the AGM and make a consolidated scrutinizer's report of the total vote cast in favor or against, if any. The result of the voting shall be declared within 48 hours of the conclusion of this AGM. The result declared along with the scrutinizer report shall be placed on the website of the company and on the website of CDSL and stock exchange. Sub
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Neha. Dear shareholders, in the notice of this AGM, 4 resolutions have been proposed for approval by the members. These are 3 ordinary and 1 special resolution. The resolution 1, to receive, consider and adopt this audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ending March 31st, 25, together with the reports of the auditors and board of directors thereon. Now I would request to Mr. P.K. Goyal, my fellow director, to please read the next agenda items that is pertaining to my own appointment.
Actually, Neha, I don't have that agenda item. You please,
Neha,
take
you
the
can read
issue
this
as per your.
maybe on behalf of Mr. Goyal.
You please read, Neha, on behalf of.
So the next agenda is resolution number 2, which is ordinary, to appoint a director in place of Mr. Amit Gar, DIN number 00202171, who retires by rotation as per the section 152 subsection 6 of the Companies Act 2013 and being eligible offer himself for reappointment. Over to you, sir. Please proceed further.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neha. So the next agenda is Resolution 3, appointment of Messrs. KJ and Associates as secretarial auditors of the company. Resolution 4, appointment of Mr. Hari Prakash Sharma, DIN 11258888 as an independent director of the company. Neha, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we will begin with the question answer sessions. Now such shareholders who have sent their queries in advance or have registered for speaking at the meeting as mentioned in the notice of the AGM shall be eligible to raise their queries and speak at the meeting. The shareholders are advised to use headphone for clear audio and switch off the other background applications, if any. If there is connectivity issue for any speaker, shareholder, and we will request to next speaker shareholder to speak. Once the connectivity improves, we will call again the registered speaker shareholder. We request to speaker shareholder to kindly limit speech to 2 minutes. The board will respond to your queries after that. We have received some requests from the shareholder for speaking at the meeting. So I would like to request coordinator to unmute them one by one.
Ma'am, first speaker shareholder is Mr. Ajay Kumar Jain. Mr. Ajay Kumar Jain.
हाँ नमस्कार चेयरमैन सर मैं दिल्ली से अजय कुमार जैन कंपनी का शेयर होल्डर बोल रहा था और आज मेरे
नमस्कार अजय
जो
जी।
चेयरमैन स्पीच थी ना सर बहुत स्पष्टता थी और जो आज के समय में
बढ़िया।
जो कंपनी के बारे में जो चिंताएं थी और अन्य कोई चेयरमैन होता तो शायद वो डिस्कस नहीं करता। आपने ये बताया यही एक आपकी क्वालिटी है सर। सच्चाई की हमेशा जीत हो सकती है, सच परेशान हो सकता है पर जीत नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि आपने जो लास्ट ईयर के परफॉर्मेंस में करके दिखाया है और ये जो एक टाइम बीइंग फैक्टर है सुलझेगा सर। एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विषय है, उसमें मेरी कंपनी अछूती नहीं है, अच्छा विषय आएगा क्योंकि कंपनी का जो प्रोडक्ट और क्वालिटी है उसकी आज भी डिमांड अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर है। और सर
थैंक यू अजय।
और सर जितना भी है मैं तो ये कहना चाहूंगा, उड़ान भरना है चाहे कितना गिरना पड़े, सफलता को छूना है चाहे कितना भी संघर्ष करना पड़े, यही तो आपकी क्वालिटी है सर। देखिए ऐसा कोई चेयरमैन मिलेगा जो इतने टफ टाइम के बाद ही मुस्कुरा रहा है, यही अमृतसर आपकी है।
चलो बढ़िया अजय
और
जी।
सर सबसे बड़ी बात शेयर होल्डर की दुआएं भी है सर, और है
बस
ना
बस
सब
बस
कुछ
वो सबसे
और
जरूरी
माता
है
रानी
अजय
की
जी।
कृपा भी रहेगी। और सर जितनी सभा में आज प्रस्ताव लगाए हैं उनमें सर आपका आइटम लगा हुआ है सर, और मैं बहुत सौभाग्यशाली हूँ कि मैं उस सभा में जुड़ा हूँ आपका अनुमोदना करने के लिए। और आपका पारित होने के बाद रेजुलेशन कंपनी को आपके अनुभव और वर्किंग की बहुत अच्छी आने वाले समय में मदद मिलेगी। बस सर एक छोटा सा निवेदन है सर, पूरी
हाँ जी,
फैमिली
बोलिए बोलिए बोलिए।
पूरी फैमिली है ना, मेंबर जो शेयर होल्डर है पीछे खड़े आपको देख रहे हैं, और वो कह रहे हैं सर से कहना वो फिजिकल वाली जो चीजें होती है प्रोडक्ट है ना 5 साल में है ना घिस गए, और ना यदि कोई निवेदन हो सीएस के मामले से, ये ऑफ रिकॉर्ड है सर, यदि और है ना संभव हो
आप रिकॉर्ड, आप ऑफ रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो, रिकॉर्ड हो रहे हो, तो फिर ऑफ
अरे सर
रिकॉर्ड
वो
कैसे
एडिट
करेंगे?
करवा लेना सर, लेकिन है ना
अच्छा,
ये दिल की बातें हैं, मन की, कोई आपके प्रेशर नहीं है।
चलो ठीक है जी, करेंगे, जरूर करेंगे,
और
ये
सर
छोटी
सीएस
सी
का भी
बात है।
धन्यवाद दूंगा, होस्ट का भी, बहुत अच्छी सिग्नल क्वालिटी आ रही है सर, आपके सामने ही बैठे हैं, हौसला
ठीक है,
रखना है सर, घबराना
नहीं
नहीं
नहीं,
है,
चिंता नहीं हो जी, हम नहीं पीछे
जीत
हटते हैं।
आप ही की होगी सर।
बस चिंता ना, आप सब लागो पीछे लगे हो तो जीत ही करेंगे हम, चिंता ना करो।
नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
Next speaker is Mr. Sushil Arora. Mr. Sushil. Mr. Sushil, please unmute करिए, बोलिए। Mr. Sushil Arora. सर आई थिंक कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज है, तो नेक्स्ट स्पीकर के पास चलते हैं। नेक्स्ट स्पीकर इज मिस उर्मिला जैन। उर्मिला जी प्लीज बोलिए।
हाँ, आवाज आ रही है सर?
यस यस।
हाँ जी, आ रही है
हाँ,
मैम।
चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार, मैं उर्मिला
नमस्कार।
जैन नई दिल्ली से।
हाँ जी,
डेस्क पे बैठे सभी को भी मेरा नमस्कार। सर आपकी स्पीच सुनी, बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपने कंपनी के बारे में खुलकर बताया है, वर्तमान और भविष्य के बारे में। सर आज के मैं सभी रेजुलेशन का तहे दिल से समर्थन करती हूँ, और मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का भी धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ, जिन्होंने मुझे वीसी के माध्यम से जोड़ा और बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया। सर ये मुस्कान आपकी और आपके कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और पूरे डिपार्टमेंट की ऐसे ही बनी रहे तो और हमें और ज्यादा अच्छा लगेगा। सर मैं मेरा एक ही क्वेश्चन है कि 2025 और 26 में हमारी कंपनी क्या नया काम शुरू कर रही है, या इसी में ही में हम और कोई नया करने की सोच रहे हैं? सर जो मेहनत और लगन से काम करते हैं सर, जो मेहनत और लगन से काम करते हैं उनके लिए मंजिलें दूर नहीं है सर, उनके लिए मंजिलें दूर नहीं है। और ये सब मैनेजमेंट और स्टाफ की मेहनत का फल है, जो आज हमारी कंपनी अच्छा काम करेगी और कर रही है। आने वाले सभी फेस्टिवल की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाओं के साथ धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू मैम। उर्मिला जी, ये आपको मैंने बताया था उसमें थोड़ा सा कि हम एक नई कैटेगरी ऐड कर रहे हैं, बाथ मैट की। करते थे हम छोटे लेवल पे, अब उसमें बड़ी तरह जा रहे हैं। एक तरह से थोड़ा रिस्क डाइवर्जन हो जाएगा, बिकॉज टाल के साथ अभी छोटा ही होगा, बट ग्रेजुअली उसको बढ़ाएंगे। तो यही एम है। बाकी अगले साल क्या होगा ये तो अभी कहना मुश्किल है, बिकॉज टफ टाइम है। बट गॉड साथ देंगे, सब आप लोग हमारे साथ हैं, माता रानी साथ हैं, कुछ ना कुछ ठीक ही होगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सर नेक्स्ट स्पीकर इज मिस्टर यशवी कोठारी। मिस्टर कोठारी प्लीज बोलिए।
Hello.
यस।
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. And thank you, Amit, sir, for highlighting all the no relevant queries in the opening remarks. I have a couple of questions.
हाँ जी।
Yeah. So, I'll ask all the questions and then maybe
या
yeah. So, wanted to understand like who are our top 5 customers and what would be our exposure to such those 5 customers. Then, what would be the distribution between a B2B versus a B2C customer in our overall revenue? Then you also highlighted that upon domestic, you are also targeting domestic market. So, would we be able to target businesses or maybe hotel customers in those market? Then the next question is, there was an update in February regarding our capacity.
यशवी जी, इतनी याददाश्त नहीं है, पहले आप 3 का जवाब सुन लो, फिर चौथा बता
हाँ
देना।
सर, हाँ हाँ।
पहला तो आपने पूछा कि टॉप 5, वो देखो हम टॉप 5 में आपको नाम नहीं ले पाऊंगा. इट इज नॉट गुड फॉर मी टू डाइवर्ज
Okay.
माय मार्केटिंग सीक्रेट्स. But none of my customer is more than 10% of my turnover. So that is a kind of a motum we keep कि 10% से ऊपर किसी को नहीं जाने दें, because then अगर कोई problem आती है तो then the company suffers very badly. Altogether, the top 5 would be around, I would think, around 25% of the company turnover, not more than that. In terms of B2B, B2C, we are 99% B2B. Because B2C is only possible in the domestic market. So we are targeting that B2C market in the domestic segment through our own portal, through Amazon, through Flipkart, through Myntra, and now through Nykaa. So this could be at some stage we might look at selling to retail stores also, but we'll try and maintain it through our own brand so that we can grow that brand. वो brand हमारे लिए is very important for our future. I see it a major force in the next 5 to 10 years. थर्ड आपका क्वेश्चन यही था मेरे ख्याल से, और भी कुछ था?
सर जैसे डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में अपन होटल कस्टमर्स या वैसे कस्टमर्स को टारगेट कर रहे हैं कि
होटल इंडस्ट्री टारगेट कर सकते हैं, बट बहुत टफ है बिकॉज द मार्जिन्स आर लो एंड देयर इज सम वेरी अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर इन द साउथ ऑफ इंडिया which is servicing it at very low prices. So it is tough, but yes, in the current US tariff situation, we are looking at that also. अब उसमें टाइम लगेगा, बट मतलब अभी तो हमने we have opened all the options. Normally we didn't have time. Even now we are fully, मतलब आपको ये खुशी होगी कि we are running 100% capacity and we have not been impacted by the tariffs till today, and hopefully even for the next few months we can manage. तो अब उसके अंदर अगर रिजॉल्व हो जाता है तो फिर होपफुली आवर टर्नओवर एंड एवरीथिंग कैन बी मेंटेन्ड एट रीजनेबल लेवल.
अंडरस्टूड सर. जैसे अपन ने केपेक्स प्लान किया था फरवरी में, वो अभी लाइव हो गया है क्या, जो अपन अनाउंसमेंट
बस होने लग गया लाइव. बाथ टावल का तो लाइव हो गया है. जो बाथ मैट का है वो लाइव होगा दिसंबर तक.
अंडरस्टूड. ये सर ये वाले जो नया केपेक्स है उससे रेवेन्यू पोटेंशियल अपना कितना, जैसे जितना कैपेसिटी इंक्रीज हुआ उतना
हाँ, हो
रेवेन्यू?
जाएगा. मतलब देखो, वी वर टारगेटिंग सब्सटैंशियल इंक्रीज इन टर्नओवर, बट अभी कुछ कहना गलत हो जाएगा विद द करंट यूएस टैरिफ सिचुएशन. If this resolves, then we should see a significant increase. But we shouldn't make any commitment still. We in this current world order, it's the worst I have seen in 30 years I've been heading this company.
अंडरस्टूड सर. ऐसे अपने मेजर प्रोडक्ट्स तो टॉवेल्स ही होंगे ना, मतलब बात में वुड बी वेरी
हाँ, टावल 95-97% टावल है. उसमें बाथ मैट्स भी हैं. बाथ मैट छोटा सा पोर्शन है. बाकी बाथरोब्स काफी बड़ी कैटेगरी है, एम्ब्रॉयडर्ड है. तो वी डू एज मच वैल्यू एडिशन एज पॉसिबल so that you can get, because the basic towel has become a commodity now, so it is very difficult to make a reasonable margin on those items.
अंडरस्टूड सर. ऑल्सो ये जैसे अपने केपेक्स काफी सारे लाइंड अप है, अपन ने एनुअल रिपोर्ट में भी हाईलाइट किया था. तो इसमें मेजरली अपन FY26 में कितना टोटल केपेक्स और कर लेंगे अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस 8,000?
अभी तो रोका हुआ है यार. अभी वी आर planning it, but we are kind of waiting for the US thing to resolve. So I can't give you a number as of today, but if things within November की बात हो रही है कि अगले महीने में कुछ ना कुछ रेजोल्यूशन होता है, तो if this resolves, then we'll go back on the growth curve again.
अंडरस्टूड. लास्ट टू क्वेश्चन. जैसे अपन काफी इंटीग्रेटेड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करते हैं टॉवेल्स की, तो ऐसा कोई प्रोसेस जो अपन आउटसोर्स कर रहे हैं या पूरा का पूरा फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टू एंड इज इन हाउस ओनली?
नहीं, सब कुछ इन हाउस है. वी डोंट आउटसोर्स एनी प्रोडक्ट, एनी पार्ट ऑफ आवर साइकिल, बिकॉज क्वालिटी बिकम्स अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम देयर.
हाँ, अंडरस्टूड. तो अपन फुली बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेटेड, राइट?
Yes,
पूरा रॉ
correct.
मटेरियल से
Correct.
लेके.
Yes,
Understood.
yes, yes, yes.
और
Yashvi
सर
ji,
जैसे हाँ,
Yashvi ji, sorry to interrupt. If you have more queries, then please write us a mail.
एक
We will
एक और कह रहे
reply
थे,
you
एक और
accordingly.
बता दो जल्दी से आप.
हाँ सर.
मैं
लास्ट, हाँ थैंक यू सर.
Okay.
लास्ट ही क्वेश्चन था, जैसे अपन ने हाईलाइट किया, जैसे अपन लास्ट 3-4 इयर्स देखे तो अपना रेवेन्यू काफी 250 to 300 की रेंज में ही है. तो
हम्म।
वो जैसे रेवेन्यू प्लस अपन इतना बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेटेड है, तो इधर से मार्जिन एक्सपांशन, रेवेन्यू एक्सपांशन अपन कैसे देख रहे हैं, कंसिडरिंग मतलब यूएस वाला अपन समझते हैं कि इतना इम्पैक्ट है, बट वो अपना कैसे सब्सटेंशियली इंक्रीज हो सकता है मार्जिन और रेवेन्यू, इफ यू कुड।
देखो ये सब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, वी आर नॉट ट्रेडिंग, सो ट्रेडिंग के बिना मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में द ओनली ऑप्शन इज टू एक्चुअली पुट इन मशीन्स, पुट इन समथिंग ऑन द ग्राउंड, make the product and sell it. So it's not an easy thing. But yes, with the current expansion, we were looking for a reasonable increase. If this US situation resolves, तो फिर वो we should be able to see something happening. But कटारी जी अभी मैं कुछ commit नहीं करूँगा. But everything looked rosy before these tariffs happened, and hopefully we'll be rosy back as soon as the tariffs go away. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kataria ji.
yeah, thank you so much, sir, and all the very
Thank you,
best.
thank you, thank you.
Next speaker is Mr. Sushil Arora. Mr. Sushil, please बोलिए.
हेलो
Yes, मैम बोलिए प्लीज.
सर, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल परफेक्ट.
रिस्पेक्टेड चेयरमैन, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स एंड फेलो शेयर होल्डर्स, सबको मेरा नमस्कार. और मैं सेक्रेटरी टीम का भी धन्यवाद करती हूँ जिन्होंने मुझे एजीएम में बोलने का मौका दिया. मेरा एक और चेयरमैन साहब ने स्पीच में सब कुछ बताया है, नॉलेजेबल है, हमें अच्छी तरह पता है हमारी कंपनी कितना ग्रो कर रही है. बहुत अच्छा ग्रो, हम चाहते हैं कि आगे भी ग्रो करती रहे. सर, मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि हमारा जो जीएसटी का इम्पैक्ट हमारे इस पे प्रोडक्ट पे क्या पड़ेगा, और मैं सारे
Ma'am,
रेजोल्यूशन का फेवर करती हूँ. सर
thank you.
धन्यवाद.
मैम कुछ भी इम्पैक्ट नहीं है. टावल पे जीएसटी वॉज 5%, स्टिल इज 5%, इनपुट्स पे सब पे सेम है, तो इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस कोई चेंज नहीं है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली और फॉर्चुनेटली वी आर नॉट इम्पैक्टेड एट ऑल. But yes, as the country, hopefully there would be some huge demand growth in the country that will help us, grow our tile segment in the domestic market.
Next
Thank you.
speaker is Mr. Jasmeet Singh. Mr. Jasmeet. Hello. Mr. Jasmeet.
हाँ जी,
Please.
ये मॉडरेटर साहब मेरी.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल परफेक्ट.
थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू.
जी.
रिस्पेक्टेड चेयरमैन ऑफ दिस मीटिंग, श्री अमित गर्ग जी, नितिन गर्ग जी, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, KMPs, and all fellow shareholders. I am Jasmeet Singh attending this 37th AGM of our company along with my group of members. सर, मैं जो है आपकी मैंने ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स मैंने जो आपने बताया है वो वाकई में जो है ना हमारे लिए एक चिंता का विषय भी है और हमारे लिए एक अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है. और ये मैं समझता हूँ कि दिस इज समवॉट जो है ना, ये हमारे को जैसे मोदी जी जो है ना वो अब आत्मनिर्भरता के ऊपर जो बात करते हैं वही हमारे को जो है ना, आप उसी के ऊपर ही अब आप भी काम कर रहे हैं पहले से ही, और अब तो वो ज्यादा फोकस हमको करना पड़ेगा गिवन दी जो ये ट्रम्प का जो है ना ये बहुत ही इन्होंने ना दुनिया भर में जो है वो एक तरह का जो है एक विपरीत सा माहौल पैदा किया हुआ है. उसके कारण जो है ना बहुत सारे व्यापार जो है वो उसकी जो है ना वो उसमें इम्पैक्ट कर रहे हैं. और जैसे कि आपने बताया बखूबी कि जो है अब आपका जो है फोकस वो वहां से हटके दूसरे रीजन्स में, दूसरे जियोग्राफीज में जा रहा है, तो ये एक सुखद वो जो है ना एक अपॉर्चुनिटीज जो आप वहां पे फाइंड कर रहे हैं खासकर गल्फ में. तो मैं जानना चाहूंगा कि क्या हमने मेरे को तो जो यूएई दुबई बहुत वो एक्साइट करती है बिकॉज वहां पे जो है ना वो एक तो रीच बहुत आसान है वहां पर. और बहुत से हमारे जो हैं जो कॉरपोरेट हाउसेस ने वहां पे अपने ऑफिसेस भी एस्टेब्लिश किए हैं. तो आर वी हैविंग ए सिमिलर माइंडसेट टू हैव एन ऑफिस देयर इन से दुबई? इफ सो यू कैन अप्राइज अस. इसके अलावा जो डोमेस्टिक आप जो है मार्केट्स में, जैसे अब आपने बताया कि बात ये जो है अब ये जो नई आप जो प्रोडक्ट्स जो आप इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, श्योरली वो बेबी स्टेप्स के साथ ही जो है हम ग्रो करेंगे ये सब जो नए सेगमेंट्स में. तो ये आप जो है बट ये एक सिर्फ और मतलब मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि सिर्फ एक चीज से नहीं, इसमें आप जो है मतलब 5-5 चीजें जो है वो इंट्रोड्यूस करते जाइए, बहुत बड़ा स्कोप हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। मतलब जो है ना अपने इसके जो तहत एक्सपोर्ट्स के तहत तो एंड आई एम श्योर आवर लीडरशिप टीम वुड बी वर्किंग एंड वो आप अपनी ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग आप जरूर करते होंगे कि कहाँ-कहाँ जो है वो हमने अपने कदम रख के और जो है क्योंकि अब व्यापार हमारे को जो है वो आगे बढ़ाना है और मुझे ये इतने चैलेंजिंग एनवायरनमेंट ईयर अंडर रिव्यू में आपने जो है एक जो है हालांकि म्यूटेड रही हमारी जो है वो ग्रोथ बट वो आपने मेंटेन रखा वो भी एक बहुत सुखद हमारे लिए जो है ना वो एक एक्सपीरियंस है। बस ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास और कहने के लिए मैं आपका समय ज़्यादा नहीं लेना चाहता और मैं आशा रखता हूँ कि जो आशा गर्ग जी जो हैं उनकी वो स्वास्थ्य उनका ठीक होगा। उनकी जो है वो कंपनी को जो उनकी जो है ब्लेसिंग्स वो मिलती रहें और हमारी कंपनी जो है वो दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी करे, यही हमारी शुभकामनाएँ हैं। जो कंप्लायंस जो है हमारे चीफ नेहा जी और जो चीफ ऑफ फाइनेंस हैं रजनीश मित्तल जी, उन्हीं सब का आभार कि जो अच्छा जो है गवर्नेंस वो रखते हैं और ऐसे ही कैरी करते जाइए। मैं और मेरे जो है ग्रुप के जो है सदस्य आप सभी का धन्यवाद करते हैं एंड वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू अनदर ईयर ऑफ ग्रोथ। थैंक यू वेरी मच वंस अगेन।
Hi, Jasmeet ji. You are a highlight of each AGM. Uh,
गॉड ब्लेस यू
uh,
सर।
Thank you, sir. Uh, as far as tapping new markets, unfortunately or fortunately, everybody else is doing the same. So it's like it's become a. If I'm traveling to a market, I meet a few fellow manufacturers there. We have a cup of tea and then we fight the next day. So it's a tough situation. But yes, we have been doing it for 20 years. So we have built those bridges long back. So be it the Gulf or be it Latin America or be it South Africa, Riba is a very well-known commodity there. So as far as building a office in Dubai and all, maybe at a later stage. अभी उसका मुझे utility नहीं लग रही because it's not the time to be fructuous and put up expenses on your head which are not required. But if I need to put a warehouse at some country because just to increase my exposure, I will do that. But अभी कोई immediate plans नहीं है. Baki, thank you very much for your thing, Riba. For the local market, we have introduced again the brand is Riba. Senses by Riba, SENSES. It will be amazing अगर आप सब थोड़ा educate करें market में. It is available. Our rating on Amazon and all is more than 4.5, 4.6, even 4.9. So, and it is very well priced. So we are trying to grow that part of our business very strongly. So I would request all the shareholders to be part of that journey with me.
श्योर।
Baki, let's see. I'm going to keep on increasing the products on that. And hopefully that could at some stage, abhi to maybe it's around 1% of the sales, but I want to grow that domestic segment to at least 10% of my sales in the next 5 to 7 years.
Great, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Amit ji, for your
Thank
free and transparent views on the observations which I raised, and I really appreciate.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
that's pretty fine. The way you have, I mean to say, summed up that when the right appropriate time will come, you will have a footprint in Dubai also, and that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine with me. Thank you very much once
Thank you,
again.
Jasmeet ji. Thank you.
Yes.
Next speaker is Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Abhishek.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. The trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. The company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, and becoming one of the strongest brands in the respective segment. As of date, what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce to conduct on-call quarterly presentations and meeting with global investors on a regular basis? And I would also request you to kindly consider hybrid AGMs as most of the senior citizens are not able to join because of the digital challenges in these virtual platforms. If you can try to consider hybrid, more number of shareholders can join in the meeting. You can get the valuable points, suggestions, and ideas that will be helpful for the management to improve. And what are the steps taken to improve the EPS, P ratio, and the return on equity? I would like to know from you. And at the same time, I would request you to kindly arrange a planned visit for the investor fraternity as and when it is feasible, and try to consider hybrid as I have told already, and try to consider the meeting the first week of September, because in CDSL NSDL portal there's a lot of traffic and shareholders are not able to join because of the huge traffic in these CDSL and SDL portals. And since you have given me a direct link, I'm able to join and seek clarification in this meeting. But those shareholders are not provided with the link. They cannot join with the CDSL portal because of the traffic in today's AGMs. And that is the reason I request you to kindly have it in well in advance. And kindly enable the raise hand option, chat option, and a Q&A box for the shareholders to exercise, as it becomes very difficult for the shareholders to follow. And if the shareholder is missed out, he should have an option to raise hand or chat through the chat box. But unfortunately, that is not available. And when was the last dividend being declared by the management? I would like to know, because the shareholders are waiting for a dividend for more than a decade. So when will the company be in a better position to reward the minority shareholders with some meager dividend? I would like to know from you. And nothing much to ask. Hope that the company takes all our questions in the right spirit. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity. Hope to see you in the upcoming trade AGM next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek ji. Thank you for your suggestions. I think Neha can look at each one. We can try and have a chat box, or we can do it a little earlier in September to help everybody. That is no problem. As far as the EPS and other financial parameters, they all dependent on the performance of the company. This is one of the toughest geopolitical period I've seen in my career. If this improves Riba as a company, and we will try and improve our services. So for me to comment on that is very difficult in the current situation, but we are aggressively working. You can be assured that the management, the workers, the staff are working 24/7 to give you the best return possible on your investment, and you are a very, very important part of Riba. So thank you for your suggestions, and we will take care on those as much as possible. Lastly, on the dividend front, it has been on our mind to do something, but things since then COVID happened, and then now we have other problems. So let us keep on working on it. And because I don't want to do something for 1 year and then the next day we say, we are in trouble again or something. So let's see if we get to a stage where we feel we can do consistently give a dividend, then we will start it. And with your good wishes, we can do it whenever it's possible. Thank you very much, Raj. Abhishek ji.
Sir, next speaker is Mr. Ashok Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, please बोलिए. Hello. Mr. Jain.
आवाज आ रही है सर?
Yes, sir. Please बोलिए.
Good afternoon, Chairman sir, Board of Directors, and my co-fellow shareholder. I, Ashok Kumar Jain, joined the AGM from Delhi. I thanks to our Chairman sir for give us an excellent speech. In his speech, the Chairman sir explained in every sector of the company's performance. And I also thank to the increase in the revenue for the year 24-25, sir. So I am very happy to see the business growth of our companies. And I hope in near future, we will reach in a good handsome profit also. And we will hope for pay a dividend. And I also thank to Company Secretary ma'am and her entire team for giving me opportunity to express my view in front of the management. Sir, I received on my single request hard copy of annual report. I gone through the annual report, sir. Most of the queries also covered under your speech and also raised by the previous shareholder and answered by you. Sir, I am my suggestion that in the balance sheet, you will give a last 5 year comparison. Revenues, PAT, PBT, so that we will need that what is the growth लास्ट 5 ईयर सर कंपनी पिछले 5 साल से 2 साल का तो जैसे है 23 24 का तो इसमें सर है बैलेंस शीट में अगर लास्ट 5 ईयर्स का हमें एक कॉम्प्रहेंसिव ग्राफ मिल जाता है तो उसे पता लग जाता है कि कंपनी कितना पिछले 5 साल में ग्रो कर रहा है सर जैसा कि सभी ने बताया ही है कि ट्रम्प टैरिफ का हमारे एक्सपोर्ट का जैसे सेल है ज्यादा उसमें क्या इम्पैक्ट है एंड जीएसटी स्लैब से क्या आगे आने वाले फ्यूचर्स प्लान में क्या फर्क पड़ेगा तो बाकी तो मोस्ट ऑफ दी क्वेरीज तो ऑलरेडी रेज कर चुके हैं तो बस डिविडेंड वगैरह और कुछ शेयर होल्डर्स का रिवार्ड कैसे आने वाले टाइम में मिल पाएगा उसके बारे में सर थोड़ा बताइएगा क्योंकि काफी टाइम से कंपनी डिविडेंड नहीं दे रही है तो शेयर भी हमारा पीछे अच्छे प्राइस पे गया फिर लो आ जाता है तो आफ्टर इन्वेस्टर भी कॉन्फिडेंस कंपनी में बनना चाहिए कि कंपनी कुछ पे करे तो हमारा शेयर प्राइस भी मार्केट में जितना अच्छा कंपनी का ग्रो है प्रॉफिट्स हैं तो शेयर मार्केट में शेयर प्राइस भी अच्छा रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा सर तो रिगार्डिंग द शेयर होल्डर सर गिव ए सम रिवार्ड इन नियर फ्यूचर सर आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रिलेशन एंड माय विशेस फॉर कमिंग फेस्टिवल्स थैंक यू सर थैंक यू
Ashok ji, thank you for your good wishes. You made some valuable inputs. Our finance department, Rajneesh, CFO, will look at the option to give the 5 year kind of data. It's a very good suggestion. I don't know if it's done with other companies. If it is feasible, we will definitely do it. You know, we are a very transparent company. We have absolutely nothing to hide. So, and the growth will be pretty much visible in that more than the 2 year thing we're giving right now. Again, on the dividend front, this is not an opportune time for me to commit anything because it's Mr. Trump has made exports from India very tough, and even when this resolves, it'll take a few months for things to come back to normal because supply chains are moving away from India slowly. So the longer this lasts, the more the impact on the country is exports on a long-term basis. So let's hope for the best, and it's my wish and my thing that I at some annual AGM that I can announce that we're going to start giving dividends. Let's hope it happens very soon. Thank you.
Sir, next and last speaker is Mr. Ayush Mittal. Mr. Ayush, please बोलिए.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, please.
Amit sir, thanks for conducting the AGM in such a way. It is very rare that small companies entertain shareholders in a detailed way. You have answered each and every shareholder one by one, so we really appreciate that. I will not repeat the same questions, sir, that other participants have asked. Sir, on the tariff situation, I would just like to know that on the ground, what is the situation? Like you mentioned, this is the worst time you have seen in the last 30 years. But are customers canceling order? Are they not placing orders? What is the ground situation like according to you, and what is the communication from them as well? That is my first question, sir. If you can answer that, then I will ask the next.
Okay. Usually, welcome. Look, the buyers are totally with us, so it's not that they don't want to buy. They're desperate for the goods. I was in the US around 2 weeks back, and the shelves are pretty empty. So there is not enough merchandise because India is a big producer of towels. So वो कोई और country fulfill नहीं कर सकती है. But they are stuck because 50% tariff and 9.1% duty makes it 59.1% effective duty plus tariff, which makes the product unviable compared to a Pakistan situation at 19% or Turkey position at 10%, Egypt as 0%. So each country is much lower than us. So Lena, they want to buy for sure, but they just can't do it because economics don't work. It is changing a little bit now because they have increased. The retail prices are starting to increase in the US for everything, including towels. So there has been an increase. So I think there would be some customers coming back into the market in a smaller way, only for distress situation because they don't have product on the shelf and they can't get it from other markets. The only worry is that the longer this lasts, it will impact the supply chain more and more. Because I have heard of other countries putting in capacity urgently to fulfill what we used to do before. So if this gets sorted out in the next, a month or two, then I think we are going to be okay within a month or two, we'll be back on track. But 25, 26 is going to be impacted. There's no doubt because it's already September end. तो क्या होगा नहीं पता, but in terms of tariff, the customers are always with me. We are in touch and just waiting for but other markets have been tapped very, very aggressively. So US ka exposure is going to drop from that 32% maybe to 20% in the next year, in this year itself, or 25% because US shipments are going to drop.
Understood, sir. That's very helpful. Second question, sir. You mentioned that terry towel has become a commodity. So if you can give a split that how much is terry towel, how much is bathrobe, how much is other products for us right now, because that will help us understand where margins can go forward.
Terry towel is the head where you'll make fabric terry towel to make bathrobes, or you'll make terry towels as a product in hand, bath and face, or beach
Yeah.
towels.
So how much
that
is
is
towel
almost
and how much is
90,
bathrobe?
that is almost 95, 97%. The bath mat sector is going to start increasing very fast for us. Over the next 5 years, we want to grow it to around 15, 20% of the turnover of the company. So that's one. Within the terry towel segment, I would say the bath robes segment, the embroidered segment, the lace segment, or the value addition segment for Riba would be almost 40%. So out of that, 90%, 95%, 30 to 40%, we do value addition on it. The basic towel category, that the basic, the plain towel that is sold to the Walmarts of the world, that is very low margin. And you're just playing to run the factory, which for me doesn't make sense. So we always look to add some value to the product before we ship it.
That is very good to know, sir. And with this bath mat and value-added product going up, can we see margins going somewhere around 10-11%? In an ideal situation where tariff situation is not there, let's say. Is there a
See, it's
possibility?
a very difficult thing for me to even in the current situation. तो बिल्कुल ही कोई
Of
मतलब
course,
we
of
can't
course,
make any
of course.
commitments. But yes, as you grow, I guess. But with growth, as the turnover increases, maintaining margin becomes more and more difficult because you need to get a few Walmarts of the world on board to run the factory, and that kind of impedes your margin. But we'll try and keep it at least at this level. And if the bath mat segment grows, and the bath mat is unfortunately more targeted towards the US market. So that is another impact of this. So abhi margin increase करने की बात करना तो is going to be very strange because but ultimate aim for the company is to get to that 10%, which is gold mine for everybody. But let's see when that can happen, if that can happen at all, because इस segment में mostly people are in this range that we are in.
Yeah, of course.
So that is, but we do value addition. We are trying to achieve it. Let's see. With your good wishes, we can get somewhere at least.
Definitely.
Thank
Sir,
you.
one suggestion, what
Yeah,
we have
yes.
seen other companies, what they are doing right now is that to exempt themselves from the tariff situation, they are importing US cotton that essentially makes their product US origin. Then they're only paying tariff on the value addition that they're doing. And for us, raw material is a very, very big component in our product. So have we explored this method to circumvent the tariff situation?
Ayushi, we have been working on all options. People have been doing transshipments. that is a very dangerous phenomenon
No,
because US
definitely,
customers come in
definitely.
very
We can
strongly
get
against it.
blacklisted.
This one is this I've been, for a month I've been looking at it, but your end, the problem is you save around 7 to 8%
Hmm.
because it's only on the portion of that product that is used. The first there is a certain percentage of the raw material,
Right.
and out of that you can only use X percentage out of that, which is going to be US origin cotton.
Hmm.
So on that you can save only the tariff. You can't even save the duty.
Hmm.
So the maximum we can save is 8%.
Okay.
And then the problem is that US cotton is more expensive than Indian cotton. So you end up paying almost 5% more. So the ultimate gain is 3%.
Hmm.
So it is not worth the effort to invest that kind of money on US origin cotton, get into a spinning mill, or to get it made. So it's the exercise becomes futile. If it was around 15-20% benefit, then you'll actually look at it.
Makes sense.
So yeah, so it's some people are doing it on POE shipments. They are doing everything, but it kind of becomes a little bit on the hanky panky because the documentation is very, very big. Requirement is huge. US Customs sometimes accepts it, sometimes rejects it.
Right.
So you do all the exercise and doesn't happen, then you are stuck with paying more than you expected.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, just last question from my
Yeah.
end. We have done, a lot of capex in the last 4 or 5 years, and you
Mhm.
have mentioned that one of them went live, and another one will go live in December.
Yeah.
What will be the peak turnover potential of the company after this expansion is done?
No, we were looking at between 10 to 20% growth year on year.
No,
That was
that
the
is
aim.
okay. But if currently we are at 280, 290 crore revenue, will this
Yeah.
capex take us to 500 crore revenues, or is it
No,
more
no,
like
no, no,
400,
no, no.
400
More
crore?
like, more like, putting a number is not good idea, but more like 350 to 400 could be the, amazing area where we can get to. But, it will take time to, the
Of course, whenever
especially
the
the bathmat
utilization
segment
happens,
is a
it
new
happens.
segment for
Yeah,
us. So the marketing
yeah,
aspect, everything will take time.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. So it's in such industries, capex is an ongoing proposition. You can't. You have to have fresh goods, fresh machinery coming in. You have to defunk the old ones because they get old. The quality starts deteriorating on those. So it's an ongoing process. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
But let's we'll keep on trying. Give you the best turnover and the best results possible.
understood.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Wish
Thank
you
you,
all
AJ.
the
Thank
luck,
you,
and I
AJ.
hope this
Thank you.
situation gets resolved soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I request chairperson to please proceed with this meeting. I think there must be some technical issue. Sir, please proceed with the meeting. Amit sir. Okay, so
No, just a minute.
yes,
Am I not audible?
you are absolutely audible, sir. Please proceed.
Okay. Yeah. Where should I start again? We did our best to address as many questions as possible today, and unanswered queries will be responded by email. Now I authorize Ms. Neha Dubey, Company Secretary, to conduct the voting process. and conduct the voting process as stated earlier by the company secretary. Voting shall remain open till 15 minutes after the conclusion of the AGM, and the results will be declared by 29 September 2025. The results will be displayed on Riba's website and website of CDSL and stock exchanges. Now I would like to propose a vote of thanks. I would like to thank the board members of the board, auditors, and management who joined the meeting through video conferencing and for the cooperation and smooth conduct to the AGM, for the continued guidance and counsel. I'd also like to thank all the shareholders for the continued support and faith in the organization. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe and healthy, and hopefully this year, next year, we'll be able to meet in person. With the consent, we now conclude the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear shareholders, you can vote till 15 minutes from now if you have not voted earlier. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.